Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I get a lot of training aids sent to me, and I brought a lot of them to the school. One of them that stayed in my bag during the school, just because I hadn't thought of it, is this on-target training aid. A pro in Florida invented this, and he sent it to me, thought I would like it. First impressions, Tony.
Well, first of all, Brendan's converting me over into training aids. This one, my comment was, why didn't you bring this out this weekend? Because this is actually a great pitching, chipping, full swing, impact related, and that's what's more important, is can we develop a feel with what this is trying to tell us?
Okay.
So the cool thing about this is basically a very inexpensive launch monitor. Okay, and so yeah, we got our foresight that we can establish what the path is, and that's critical. Then obviously based on the face, we know ball flight, we get everything we need. But you know, $15,000 is a lot of money to spend for that high detail of information. But what we know is that in order to hit the ball straight, we need about 3 degrees, positive or negative, outside in or inside out. That's it for a straight shot. We don't want our path beyond our 3 degrees.
Yeah, 3 degrees, we were talking about path.
Correct, strictly path. Now we want that face perpendicular to the path, or in this case, perpendicular to the target line. And so the cool thing is with this, is now you can see that this is lined up parallel to my target line. And so then as this club goes back, and you can see here, this is the functional swing plane by Dr. Kwani talks about, that's actually a square club face. I know a lot of people will believe that's a shut club face, but it's square to its path. Okay. So if I go open, well now we can tell with this real easily, well that's an open position. There's no way I can hit the ball straight. So then what would I have to do from here? If I'm toe up, I would have to rotate the shaft. Well, the problem with rotating the shaft is which way is the ball going to go? It could go, if we're a little bit late, it goes right. A little bit too much, it goes left. So now from here, I know that's square, and I know this is square. Well, this is it, right? Here's our pitch shot, here's our chip shot, and there's a full swing. So now we develop a really good feel for what square is or what zero is for our path to hit the ball.
Yeah, so Tony, you're trying to get like this red line pointed at this target line, like from like parallel to parallel?
Yeah, so when we take a look at it, now this is the only time that there really is a true plane in golf is from right about here. This is kind of the acceleration zone right here. So we can have the club wobble. It's a helical trajectory that this club's moving on. So it's kind of like a corkscrew. It kind of works, so it can come in at a little bit different angles. Everyone's different body sizes. But when it gets down to this area, and we took a giant sheet of PVC or plastic or whatever, this would represent that plane. So now, there it is.
Hit some pitch shots first, Tony. I guess, so if you were practicing with this, you would hit a lot of pitch shots at first?
I would hit pitch shots because I want to know how to train. I have to train my arms and my body how to keep this square instead of twisting it around.
Okay, let's see.
So I'm going to go ahead, set it up like this, and then now that's square. Now after that, once I get through here and I know that feeling, we're just going to continue to go. So it's that simple of a motion.
Yeah.
To train what is square.
Yeah, because when I use this, it feels in the takeaway totally shut, and then coming through, it feels really closed again to get this online.
But that is
used to being like this.
That, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take it back and hold it. Good. And I would probably say that is a little bit shut. We're right there. There we go. That's perfect right there.
See, when I do this, sometimes I do dig it like that.
Okay, and so what that is that's where we get you swinging. You get swinging too much left. Okay. So if we took this plane, and that station you kind of set up too can be useful. So let's just kind of create a plane. Okay, and we're going to try to match up the best we can, right on line with the ball. We're going to kind of match up the log. Go ahead and put the club head right on this orange stick here and kind of get this lined up. I like to kind of get it, yeah, that looks really good right there. You know, and it doesn't have to be like perfectly, but we're as close as possible. Okay. Okay.
So if you have the face closed and you're swinging left,
what's it going to do? It's going to dig in. So
gotcha.
Here's our plane, and that's where we get that line right there. That's the reason why that is. So yeah, so now through the ball, it would go to here. So that's still on the plane.
Yeah.
So it's just inclined. Now what happens with a lot of people, and what happens is they rotate the face, and now they swing left, and it just, exactly. So everyone talked about releasing the club. The release is not a rotation. There you go. So how did that feel compared to your first attempt?
It kind of feels like the way I've been pitching with Tim, where before I'd be like this.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to be like that.
Exactly.
Right off my...
Now people will say, well, that's an open club face. It's not though.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate sending this to me. I'm sorry, I forget the name of the guy that sent this to me, but it's HawkeyeAlignedGolf.com. So we'll give them a little shout out. Appreciate this,
Good
and
stuff.
see you there.